start
my
reflecting
background?
on
Just a little.
It's good.
Okay.
And why you know Hebrew, how you know Hebrew.
Okay, I know Hebrew because I went to Israel when I was 18 years old, very adventurous. I came on an American visa, an American passport that is, and then I declared citizenship upon coming, so I got my citizenship within a month. I told them I believed in Yeshua. I thought I blew it, and lo and behold, another month later I get citizenship because the bad political parties didn't step in yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so the war broke out. I came in 1973 in March. The war broke out in October, was it? September.
I don't know, it's a little.
Yom Kippur, wherever
It's a
you.
little
I think it's September. Yeah. So I went to the army. I learned Hebrew better there. They put me in the army Ulpan on top of Haifa and Mount Carmel. And
Does everybody know what Ulpan is?
Ulpan is a training course in Hebrew. So there you go. That's how I learned Hebrew.
And then you were in Lebanon.
Oh, well, I went into Lebanon on reserve duty one time, and we helped the Christian army there that was, always being harassed. They harassed the Arabs that were Christians, and drove. I won't go into details, it's pretty gory.
So are you Jewish?
My father's Jewish and my mother's not. So I'm a go-between. I'm a bridge.
All right, you want to? Yes. All right, come.
I didn't know any Hebrew when I grew up. Nobody taught me Hebrew.
Were your parents concerned with your initiative?
I think my father was secretly proud of me when I was in the army, but my mother always worried about me, Okay, here we go. Any questions about me or Leor? More questions?
I thought it was.
Yeah, it's not touching.
No.
Yeah, you need a remote.
We need a remote.
All right. Is somebody run these Pastor Jay maybe?
You might want to know that I taught Hebrew at El Shaddai in the 90s. I was with El Shaddai for 10 years. And I went to Son of David, taught Hebrew there, and now I'm back in El Shaddai.
There were several years where Fred was our primary and probably our only Torah reader, and we also had Phil. We had a couple people, but we didn't. But Fred was the main Torah reader for several years at El Shaddai in the 90s.
Well, there you go.
All right, well, we're going to move on. So, I hope everybody's gotten some of my emails. I did send out an email earlier today that has everything that's in your packets, and so you can look at them. I just want to go through it real quick. Hebrew class. Saturday afternoons. We're going to do 5 weeks. Yeah, I got to stand in front of the camera here. All right, 5 weeks. It's supposed to be the May 24th. Apologize for that. And we're going to do the first 5 lessons of this book. Then we're going to take a break for the summer, and we're going to pick up and do 6 weeks. And the first week will just be review, and that'll be great. Make sure you bring your lunch beforehand. Hopefully you can eat it before we have to get started. Here are the instructors. I am a second-generation Messianic Jew. My parents, basically my dad was 16. Not many people in the family were believers. They were kind of going to church but not serious about it. His older sister, she went off and to be a hippie, and then she came back with Jesus written on her jeans. Okay? And my dad was 16, and she basically saved the whole family. She witnessed to everybody, and at that time, he was told Rabi is a Jewish name. Now, we don't have any evidence of it, but Rabi is a Jewish name, and it can be related to Rappaport and other things as well. But there is never any solid evidence, but my dad felt called into the ministry. him and my mom both went to Bible college, and it was there God basically said, I want you to go into Messianic Jewish ministry. And he planted a congregation in Chicago. And me and my brother and my sister, this is really all that we knew. And my maternal grandmother had a Christian bookstore. And so we had, sometimes we were going to church with our grandparents, but then every Saturday we were at congregation. So that's a little background on me. All right, so the purpose of this class is so you'll be able to read and write basic Hebrew letters and vowels. We want to speak some common Hebrew phrases. I really appreciate these guys, these Israelis. I'm not Israeli, so my accent isn't very good compared to these guys, so they'll probably be correcting me from here.
Neither are theirs.
Well, we're learning from the best right here. So the idea is to read some basic Hebrew words that are in the Bible, that are in liturgy, and in modern Israeli phrases. I really am passionate about you guys being able to read like the Hebrew words on the screen. Right? You do the Shema, we do the Ve'ahavta, and it's really hard to say. Well, I can tell you this. By the time we get to the end of this book, the final practice is Shema Ve'ahavta in Hebrew. So that's the goal. All right? And we're going to, this Hebrew class is not like the past ones. I know a few people were with Mark, and he did a wonderful job. We're just going to spice things up a little bit. So we're going to be using songs. All right? We're going to be using the book. I have YouTube videos. We have Israeli speakers. So we're going to do some conversations about saying hello, saying goodbye, saying good morning, saying good evening. On Yom Kippur, you don't say Shabbat Shalom, but what do you say? So we're going to try to cover some of those things, as well as, hey, if you were to be in Israel, next week, maybe you know a few phrases. And so that's where these guys come in, as well as correcting a lot of my grammar that I've...
You'll have to know where's the bathroom. Come on.
Yeah, right? Exactly. So I hope you all went before this. Okay, so the book. Can I get... I need my own book. How about that? I have it. Okay, I want to go through the book really quick. Just an introduction before we get into the text. So, please read the introduction to the book. You can see that we have lessons, but you have it. If you don't have it, and you're getting one like next week, maybe you can take some pictures of the persons who's sitting next to you. Okay, please read the introduction. It's really important. Each chapter starts off like this. You see it's kind of red. That's going to be introducing the letters and the vowel sounds. At the bottom, it'll tell you our progression. And then you have the various activities. At the beginning of the lessons, we have some pictures. And they're pictures of Hebrew words that start with that letter. At the end, there's some practice at home. And then there's also some exercises. I'm not really collecting homework, but you guys should be reviewing the YouTube videos, reviewing what we went over in class. There's a little bit of writing practice here, okay? And in your folders, you will see, you don't have to get them out, I'll just show it to you what's in the folders. You have a basic Aleph Beit, okay? And then the vowels are down here. There's a similar one that's called the Handy Hebrew Aleph Beit. This might be very helpful because it tells you, okay, this is Gimel and it's G as in girl. So that can be very helpful there. So you can follow along. Sometimes people like the grid better. Some people like this better. Some people like the other. And that's fine. It's all the same stuff. There's some extra things in there as well. There's how to write Hebrew. Can we get that the block? I got it. This one here. Sorry. Okay, this is how to write basic Hebrew print. It shows you the lines to draw. Okay. And then some of you have the better one where it's on the back. It's the script version. We're going to be mainly focusing on print. Okay, so we're mainly focusing on print. You can do the script if you like. It's optional, and if we had a bigger board, or maybe if we have some room, we can also do some script things. As you know, script is a lot faster to write.
If you read Hebrew in a book, in a magazine, in the Torah, on the screen when we are doing service, it's all print. Okay? So that would be the primary thing you should probably recognize when you're looking at these things. And then there's the other side of that, where it would be more everyday Hebrew. I wouldn't write in script, that's like for first graders.
And if you want me to check your letters, I'll go around and check your letters. Just bring it next week and I'll tell them if that's the right way to write it.
Just in general, this is for you guys. It's not college credit. Nobody's going to give you tests. So there's links to YouTube videos. There's the information we're giving you.
Plug in my phone.
So it's for your own, development.
Okay.
So it could be a lot at first. Take it as you can. But that said, if you're passionate about it and you want to get somewhere, an hour here and there of what we give you is the basics, but you probably have to, like anything else, just practice. Some learners are okay with this, some do better on YouTube, but just kind of blend whatever works for you and just chill out with it and don't get all stressed. You can always ask us questions and whatever, okay? So it's just supposed to be fun.
Well, they've offered this for years, different versions of Hebrew classes, so you could be like us and just keep coming after like 20 years and just keep coming. Just keep showing up. Eventually it's going to sink in.
It's just to enhance whatever you are you part of. All right, it looks like
Connect yours, and you have this link. Alright, so could everyone take out two things for me? Take out this sheet, so the Aleph Bet song, and then we can also hold it up there. Okay, has anyone ever heard the song that goes like this? Aleph Bet Bet, Aleph Bet Bet, Gimel Dalet Hey. Okay, there you go. Very good. Okay, I'm going to send a link to them. We're going to be doing that song in a minute. And then I also want you to pull out this sheet that has the Learn Hebrew Songs 1. Okay. So I just want to point something out. So on one side you'll see this. You see the chart that looks like this? On the back is the song. Okay? So what's really amazing about, can you make that full screen? Okay, so what's really amazing about Hebrew is it's phonetic. Okay, pause it. Okay, it's phonetic, and so you say a word like bet, so it makes the b sound. And this is for most of all of the letters that are on here. So Vav makes the v sound. Zayin makes the z sound. So we're going to do this. You can keep this up, and we're going to do this song first. It's just like 30 seconds, and it just goes through the letters. And you guys have this playlist in your email, and I'd like you to do this playlist regularly. Okay, can you hit play? Turn it up. A little faster. Ready? So that's just a quick one that goes to the Aleph Bet. Now this next one is the call and response. Just like I said, we're going to do a video, and each phrase, like Aleph Bet Bet, is on each line. So that sometimes it's like, oh, if you're on this one, we're doing the song, well, which one is it? So it'll be Aleph Bet Bet. I'll do it with the big one up here. So let me get my...
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would it be a little easier if one of these light sets was out so that we could see that?
Can you not see it? Is there too much glare?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Well, we don't need this for the
You can do it. What does that mean?
Okay, so we don't really need, honestly, let's put it back. We don't need the screen for this next part.
Okay.
And remember that Hebrew goes from right to left. I don't know if you found that out. But, okay, we're going to do the song, and the song's going to start right off with the singer and or leader doing Aleph, Bet, Bet, and then you guys would respond the same way. Okay, so what I did was with your sheets, you can notice you guys have the names of the letters, but they're not up here. Okay, so I thought that would be helpful for you guys when you're watching it or you're listening to it, that you need it. Okay, so we're going to start right with this, and I want you guys to sing along. All right, go.
The original one?
The second one.
Okay, hold on.
And it's a repetition?
Yes, it's echoing, yes.
Yeah, I may be.
That second one, yeah, there.
Sorry, back
Okay.
I have the YouTube Premium. We'll have to fix it.
Very limited time.
Nope. Here we go. I'll point you. Let's do it again. Here we go. Zion tet tet. Yud kaf kaf. Lamed mem nun. Samad ayin pei fei. Sadi kuf resh. Here we go. Sing. Tom. We're done. Okay, you can put that down.
Now you know what it feels like to be in kindergarten in Israel.
Alright, yes.
That was excellent. I heard the song.
Great.
But can you hold it up and go through it and say it and then re-say it?
Okay, sure.
One at a time,
All right.
so we understand what we're
Or you want to put on the...
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so... Aleph. Bet. Vet. Gimel. Dalet. Hey. Vav. Zion. Chet. Tet. Yud. Kaf. Chaf. Lamed. Mem. Nun. Samech. Ayin. Pei. Fei. Sadi. Kuf. Resh. Shin. Sin. Tav. All right. That was good. Good job, guys.
Now, when you see the scene in your handouts, it's seen, not sin.
Right. So there are a few things with the transliteration that I may go over really quickly. Whenever you see an I, just an I by itself, you can put that down. Let's flip this around. You can rest. No off means rest. All right. So let's take let's go on this side on the grid letter chart. At the very bottom, you have these things that look like W's. And the only difference is the dots. Okay? So, I heard this, actually I was taking a biblical Hebrew class a couple months ago. Learned a lot. And you have the two dots. One's on the left, one's on the right. Okay? So, if it's on the left, it looks like sin, right? So that's not right. So that's how you remember sheen, but it's really sheen. Okay? Any I vowel in transliteration, when you see it, it makes the E, like sheen, seen. There's no real I.
So sin's not right.
There's not like, yes, sin is not right, so the dot is on the left.
Right.
We'll go through other transliteration later, and you'll kind of pick up on that, like gimel. It's gimel, not gimel. But anyway.
But some people say.
Yeah. So, and to clarify, we're not doing fully biblical pronunciation. We're doing mostly Sephardic, modern Israeli. Now, the next thing I want to do is learn Hebrew songs 1. Okay, we're going to do the audio songs as well. Okay. We should. Did you guys not have it in the packets? Is anyone missing it?
I got 2, I think.
That might be the reason. Okay, thank you. Here. Okay, so this song, does anyone know Jonathan Sattel? He's a Messianic artist. We're gonna do a song. It's 3-song medley by his, and we're going from here, and it's going to be Shabbat Shalom. Wherever you see there's bold Hebrew letters, I know that's scary. Those are the titles of the songs. Under it, it's fine. Just pause it when you get a chance. Okay, so can anyone see, like, there's Shabbat Shalom right there? Okay, you see the arrows are going to the left because I'm trying to get you to read Hebrew. The goal is at the end of this, you'll read Hebrew and not transliteration. So you can also see in this song, Shabbat Shalom, hey, there's missing, I didn't put the transliteration under every single word. Okay? But it's 2 words, Shabbat Shalom. And so you see Shabbat and you see Shalom. Oh, the next 2 words are Shabbat Shalom. So you guys know it already. And so this song will go from Shabbat Shalom, Am Yisrael Chai, and the chorus is Od Avinu Chai, and it just keeps doing those same words. And then we go to Hivenu Shalom Alechem, and it's just those 3 words, Hivenu Shalom Alechem. And then finally, we have Shalu Shalom Yerushalayim. And it's just Shalu Shalom Yerushalayim. She'elu. Yes, sorry. She'elu. And then there's, in the chorus, it's Shalu Shalom, Shalu Shalom, Shalu Shalom, Shalu Shalom Yerushalayim. So let's play it.
Does it explain what the songs are?
I mean, I just say the words.
No, meaning,
Where is it from?
no, can they know what they're saying besides Shabbat Shalom, like Am Yisrael?
Okay, yes, it does. Okay, so next to when you have the title in bold, right below it is the English transliteration, Am Yisrael Chai, and next to it I have in italics, people of Israel live. Okay? And then at the bottom of that, I say chorus translation for Od Avinu Chai. It's still our Father lives. Or you guys can correct me. Still our Father lives?
Oh, by the way, that's what Joseph asked his brothers. Is my father still living?
There you go.
That's where it came from.
Od Avinu Chai. Okay? But we think of it as our Father in heaven. And then Hivenu Shalom Alechem is may peace be with you. And there is that English version that we could sing later because it's not in the recording. And then we have Shalu Shalom Yerushalayim, pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Jerusalem shall live in peace, which is a part of the song. So let's play the song. All right, you guys can sing along. Here we go.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom,
Here we go. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael. Oda Binu Chai, Oda Binu Chai. Oda Binu Chai. Oda Binu, Oda Binu, Oda Binu Chai. Oda Binu Chai. Oda Binu Chai. Oda Binu, Oda Binu, Oda Binu Chai. Yivenu Shalom. Yivenu Shalom Alechem. Yivenu Shalom Alechem. Yivenu Shalom Alechem. Yivenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Alechem. Yivenu Shalom Alechem. Yivenu Shalom Alechem. Yivenu Shalom Alechem. Yivenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom Yerushalayim. 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 Shalom, 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 Shalom Yerushalayim. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Jerusalem shall live in peace. Shalom, 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 Yerushalayim. Shalom, 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 Yerushalayim. Shabbat, Shalom. Hey, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. All right, that's it. Okay. Yeah, we're done with the music now.
The difference between shalom and shalom. I see the written.
It's like J-L-O-E-M.
It is different. It is supposed to be different. It has to do with the grammar of the sentence. I don't know if we really don't want to get into that just yet. Yes.
Shalom, okay.
Yeah,
Shalom and shalom.
Yeah, most Hebrew verbs have two beats on it, like sha'al is the root of it, so she'ilu would be that.
Right. So it is a version of shalom.
Okay.
Okay? All right. I would like to
What's fun is usually with El Al, a little more expensive.
allow flight. This is an air flight.
Yeah, the airline and some other cool airlines. The Hevenu Shalom Alechem is a really nice one. It's really like when you land in Israel and you're saying, "We bring peace upon you." So as you land, they'll play it. And it's like Hevenu Shalom. So we brought peace upon you. So it's kind of like a little sentence.
Okay. You can put those all away right now. That was the fun part. No, we're running out of time. Okay. All right. Yes, put those away, and we're going to be doing the book right now. All right. I'll let you know. Take a look at this at the bottom of page VI, which is technically 6, of the introduction. It says to log into Prayer Tech, which Prayer Tech is an app you can use with this. It's not It's not the best, it's not a replacement for the book, but if you can't remember how things sound, you can go in there and like hit the button for the letter, and then you go into the menus and it'll like give you some prompts and it'll hit the button and then you can hear what it sounds like. Okay? So at the bottom of page VI, you see it says log into Prayer Tech, go to the App Store, and the username and password. That's an Lshon. Lashon, and then the password is Kodesh. So Lashon is like the language, but it's literally the tongue. And then Kodesh is holy. So this book literally means, the holy tongue. And let's not freak out too much about it as far as like, is Hebrew better than any other language? Not really, but it is the language of the Bible. So there is something special to that, and the more you learn about Hebrew, the more that it can connect you back to God's Word. Okay, so if you say Jesus' name in English, or you say Yesu or Isu, it's still the same God. Okay? Or you say Yeshua. Of course, they distinguish it the Christ or the Messiah. And so it's the same thing with Hebrew. It's really the spirit and what's in your heart that counts. So don't get hung up on the fact that it says holy tongue and it's like, oh, I must be speaking in Hebrew all the time or I'm not holy. No, please don't do that. Please don't. All right. In your books, we have the 3 letters. We've already gone over this before. We have a sheen, we have a bet, we have a tav, and a tav. One has a dot, one doesn't have a dot. They both make the T sound. So I want everybody to write an SH, big SH next to sheen. Okay? You see the sheen that looks like a W? It's not a W, it's a sheen. And this one has the dot on the right, so it's okay. So do a big SH. That's the sound that letter makes. So sheen. So when you are, let's say it's Tuesday and you're looking at this, it's like, I don't remember what this is. Oh, it makes the sh sound. And you can see it's here. Sheen. Okay. I'm trying to make you quiet. Am I too loud? Just kidding. Okay. You see bet? Bet here. Put a big B next to it. You can see that it has the transliteration. And when you get to start reading Hebrew, you can actually read the names of the letters. And it will make sense. So put a big B next to the bet. So you got a B, great. Now tav and tav. Okay, one has a dot, one doesn't have a dot. For us, using Israeli Sephardic Hebrew, they both make the tav sound. Now, has anyone ever heard somebody say Shabbos?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not gonna get into that. That's Ashkenazi European pronunciation, and when they see one without a dot, they make a s sound.
Which is like Yiddish.
Sure, it's Yiddish. So Shabbat has a T at the end when we pronounce it, but when they pronounce it, it's Shabbos. Or you might have Beis HaMikdash instead of Beit, which means house, Beit HaMikdash. So for us, if you see a T, it's a T. If you see a tav with a dot, it's a T. If you see without a dot, it's still a T. Okay, so that's sometimes when you look in like Hebrew books, and it's like, I don't understand this. Why are they saying Shabbos? What's Beis HaMikdash? Anyway, the Yemenites actually, they pronounce the tav without a dot differently, and they use a th. So Beit HaMikdash. And that's where you get Bethlehem from. Okay, so the Hebrew word, you see a th, it's most likely a tav. Now, why is that important? Because there's a tet. There's also a tet that makes a T sound. So when you see transliterated words, you can know, oh, hey, that's the tav. And then the kuf, sometimes people spell it in English with a Q. And so when I see that and they're transliterating it, I can transliterate back into Hebrew. That's pretty cool. So, anyway, we have 2 vowels. They're little lines. One's horizontal and one looks like a T. They make the ah sound. So, above it, next to it, I want you to write A-H. A-H. Like here. Right above it. Right above the black. You can kind of see it's like this black square, and then below it, it looks like a T or a goatee. It makes an ah sound, so A-H. and then under it you have a flat line that makes the ah sound as well. So they have names. You can see one says patach, but it's really patach. That's on the right. It says patach. So the sheen with a line sounds like shah. Okay? And a sheen with a goatee under it, or just that little T, it makes the shah sound. So remember that. Now, turn the page, please.
They both make the same sound.
Sorry. Okay. I'm sorry.
They both make the same sound.
Broad A, ah.
They both make the ah sound.
So one has a tonsure
Sorry.
and one
They
doesn't.
both make the ah sound.
It's when you actually read vowels, when you know the words, you know if it's this or.
So in this case, they're both sheen.
It's like
So
the
in this
word
case,
piece.
it's both sheen. We're not
You know
doing
when you're
seen
reading
yet.
it,
It's
is it a
just
piece
sheen.
of something or is it? Piece?
So, okay, I probably need to walk around a little. They both make the same sound, AH. And you can see that there, it says Shah. Okay, maybe you should circle that. See at the bottom here? Circle that, it says Shah. And so it's telling you that Sheen makes the Ah sound. Okay, so we're going to do that on the next page as well. I'm sorry I'm going really fast. Now, the good thing is, this lesson 1, the only sound we will be talking about is the ah sound. Lesson 1, ah. Ah. All right, I want everyone to say patach. 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 Okay, patach is the flat line. It's the line that says ah, and you can hear it in the name, patach. And then the other one with the goatee looking thing is a kamatz. Kamatz. So the ah in kamatz tells you it's an ah. So, has anyone ever heard of a kibbutz? Yes. A kibbutz, okay, was also a name of a vowel. We're not going to get there yet, but kibbutz makes like the oo sound. Okay, it makes the oo sound. So kibbutz, it's the oo. So it's like, hey, what's the name of that? It's kibbutz, and so you know it's the oo sound.
How many vowels are there?
How many vowels? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 main ones. But then we're not getting into those.
Patach means open.
Ah, very good.
And kamatz means wrinkles, what I got here.
Okay,
What
kamatz.
seem?
Oh, that's
I don't know
very
how
good.
that's connected with it, but that's
But
what
for now, you're only introducing one vowel.
Yeah, well, it's just the ah sound. So in Hebrew, they do have the A, E, I, O, U sounds in general. And so these are just the ah sounds. So let's turn the page. Turn the page, and please write S-H-A up here in the blue. In the top right corner, write S-H-A. S-H-A. Oh, hey, it's our buddy Sheen, right? And you can see below there we have our kamatz and our patach. So what does this say? Say it all together. What is it? Shah. It makes the shah. And if you want to write as a reminder what letter this is, you can write Sheen. I've written Sheen here, S-H-I-N. So you remember, oh, that's the letter Sheen. But this makes the Shah sound. Okay?
Because of the goatee.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I think of it as a tonsil.
Sure, whatever
Are
works.
these lessons something you can find online too? Does this book like connect to something that they can watch?
Not watch, but it's the app.
Okay, go to the app.
So you go to the app.
It's in the beginning here.
Prayer.
Somewhere. Okay.
So at the bottom here, there's an app. If you can't remember what it sounds like, log in and then find the letter, and then you touch that, and then touch the next one, and then you can hit the letter, and it'll actually pronounce it for you.
Underneath here is all repetition.
Okay.
All these lines.
So
For the people that are feeling a little lost already.
I'm sorry. All right, I want to help you with another thing. Again, we're doing only ah vowels. So in the next section, you can just write only ah vowels. So I wrote it under here. You see all the orange? Under the orange, I said only ah vowels. If you want to write that as a note, only ah vowels will be for this orange section and also for down here. So only ah vowels. Trying to help you guys out when you're doing this on your own. So only ah vowels. Okay, so I want to do like maybe 2 or 3 lines if anybody's brave enough to read. I'm going to read line 1 for everyone. And if you want to write in what you hear, like the transliteration, you may, but I think you already know what this is going to be.
Are you doing this?
Yes.
So it's literally stupid. It's don't get bent out of shape. It's all repetition. It's sha, 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 sha. Some of the shas are the goatee he was talking about. Some are just the horizontal line.
Right.
They're all the same. It's just for you guys to practice, practice, practice.
So line 1, sha, 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 sha. Okay, line 2, I hate to break it to you, it's the same. Line 3, it's the same. Okay, line 4 is a little bit different. Who is brave enough to raise their hand and to try to speak line 4? I tell you, it's either, okay, there she is. Go for it. Nice clap.
Sha, 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 shush, sha, sha.
Very good. Yes, all right. That was correct. So you saw the last 2. Here is shosh. Okay, 2 from the end. You have 2 sheens. Shosh. So you literally read the letter. You read the letter and then the vowel, and then you go to the next letter. So shosh, and then sha-sha. Sha-sha. Okay? If you need to write some notes there, shosh and sha-sha. Okay? Now, in the next one, it'll say, okay, circle the sounds in each line that say sha. There's some other vowels under there that are not what you know. If you don't know it, don't circle it. Okay? You have some like colon looking things. You got like 3 dots. Like you got something that's on a slant. Okay, if it doesn't say sha, it's out of here. All right, let's go to our next letter. It's the bet. Okay, on the next page, up here. In the green, I've written bet, B-E-T, as the name of the letter. Underline the B, so you know it makes a B sound. Okay? These pictures are to help you. So this one is, I don't know if you could write that maybe erase the other things. I wanted to write the names of these in transliteration maybe. Yeah, bite is house. So the first one is house, but the name is Bayit, B-A-Y-I-T, Bayit. And you'll see the smallest letter is a yud. And when Yeshua says no jot or tittle or the smallest letter, that little, it almost looks like an apostrophe in the air. It's a yud, makes the Y sound. It is also the first letter in Yeshua's name, or Yaakov. Okay, so you have a B, you have a Y, and you have a T. So Bayit. Okay,
Who's Beth? Who's Beth?
Beth?
Is there a Beth here?
Yes.
That's your name in Hebrew, house. Or the daughter of. But, whoever your parents are, right? But the root, the shorish, the root is house.
The root of your name. The root, not Ruth, but root. Because all Hebrew nouns come from verbs or actions. And so we'll talk about this later, but there's like a 3-letter root or action that everything comes from. So your kitchen is the cook place. Okay? Your kitchen is the cook place because you're cooking there. So you got to think primitively like caveman. Okay? So let's keep going. You can see that there's a bet here, and it has the kamatz below it. So what sound do you think the bet makes with the kamatz? Ba. Ba. Okay? You ever heard like lambs, ba? And so sometimes people write it B-A, and sometimes we do B-A-H, right? To make a ba sound. and that other letter is a hey, so it's like the H. So I wrote in here from left to right, B-A-H. B-A-H equals B-A. So B-A-H, ba, equals ba. So you know when you're looking at the letters, okay, this says ba when it's by itself, or you know when we have B-A and a hey, it still says ba. Say like we have this today, you see like names like Hannah or Savannah, they put an H on the end, but you don't pronounce it, right?
It's silent.
Silent, exactly. Okay, but Hannah comes from Hebrew, so there you go. Anyway, so I'm going to do line 1 for bet, and we have ba, 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 ba. Okay, now I would like to jump down to, would anyone like to read try line 3? Because you're doing bet and sheen together. Okay, bet and sheen. So we have bet and sheen. Does anyone want to do try line 3? Be very brave. No, I mean just anyone do it by themselves for
Let's
everyone.
go for it. If you make a mistake, you'll learn.
It's okay. We'll help you because that's. So you'd like to? Okay, let everybody listen up and watch. Follow along. Okay, this is. Tell us your name. Aida. Okay. Aida is going to say it.
Bash, Shaba, Baba,
Mm-hmm.
Bash, Shaba, Baba, Shaba.
Very good. That was excellent. You just read some Hebrew. Look at that. Look at that. All right. How about, does somebody want to try line 6? Who wants to try line 6? Who would like to raise their hand to say line 6? Yes, go ahead.
Bash,
Mm-hmm.
Shasha,
Yes.
Shab,
Say it again.
Shaba,
Very good.
Shaba, Shah,
Shabash.
Shabash,
Yep, that's it.
Babash,
Yes.
Bash,
Yes.
Baba.
That's it? Very good. Very good. You read some Hebrew today for the first time. That was excellent. All right. Now, the line 7, I'm going to do really quick. Basha, Sha, Shaba, Baba, Ba, Bash, Shash. Okay? So, it says here, can you guess what this word says? What? What was that? Shabbat. Shabbat. Very good. It does say that, and we're missing one letter. What letter is that? Does anyone remember? Tav. Okay. Now, we talked about the shoresh, or the root of words. So this is the shoresh, or the 3-letter root. And you can see they put it in blue. And you have Shabbat. You have sabbatical. Shabbaton. Shavat is the verb. It says he rested. And he rested. The yishbot. Okay? Labor strike. Shevita.
Or it's strike in general.
Shvita. Okay, I think they told you this about it earlier. The end of the word in Hebrew has more emphasis, more oomph to it. So, Shabbat. Or, Shabbat. Or, you guys are all students, so Talmidim. So we have a Talmid, it's a male, and a Talmidah, female. So that's singular. So male and female students, Talmid, Talmidah. Plural is Talmid, so more than one male student, or a group of male and female students. But if it's only women, it's Talmidot. But we'll get into that later. I'm just showing you, there's a little bit more emphasis on the end of the word.
So Yeshua's, the apostles were his Talmidim.
Yes. Talmidim. Yes, disciples, learners. Okay?
Is it also plural?
Students.
When you say that, is it also plural?
Talmidim is plural.
Okay.
The im on the end of it is masculine plural, and ot is feminine plural.
It can also be mixed plural, male and female together in one group.
So if we had more than one Torah, it would be Torah tot, female. And then there's things that like break the rules and stuff like that too. But you hear it in Elohim.
Why is Torah type female?
I don't know.
Torahs.
Plural Torah.
Because it is.
Yeah, and in other languages, French does this, Italian, Spanish. Like objects are either male or female, and so Hebrew does that as well. It's kind of weird for English speakers.
Okay.
Let's continue on to page 6. So, Fred, would you mind just erasing that real quick? We're due to be.
I need an eraser.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, we can get some index.
Unfortunately, it's kind of I don't want to say chauvinistic language, but there's male and there's female, but if we're all together, it kind of takes the male form.
Okay.
I got an eraser.
Okay, great. So I want to tell you something, though, when we're talking about male and female. Okay, God says that He's male, right?
Right.
Okay, have you guys ever heard, now this is anglicized, it's not correct pronunciation of Hebrew, but have you ever heard of Shekinah?
Yeah.
Okay, right? In Hebrew, the correct pronunciation or a better pronunciation is Shekinah or Shekhinah. So Shekinah, like the glory that's over the tabernacle, female. Okay, you have God the Father, but you have the Shekinah, the glory, is female. And who is made last in creation? Female. She is often called the crown of creation. The woman, Eve. Chava, which literally Chava comes from Chai, which means life, because she gives life. Women, biologically, are designed to give life. Men can't do it. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah, but you can't either without.
Right. And that's the thing. Okay, so God in Himself creates life. So He made male and female, and when they come together, boom, what happens? Life happens. Okay? Chava is life. Eve means life. Chava.
So if ahava is love, what does...
Ahava is love.
That's with a hey. That's with a hey.
That's
not
different.
with a chet.
Yeah, so, right, exactly. So you say, like, l'chaim means to life, okay, because chai, chet, yud, and chava is related to that, but ahava is with a hey, so it's different. All right, we would like to now practicing writing sheen. So the block letter of sheen, you can get out your papers to help you, but you just use your books. Write in your books. So write in your book or your notebook and just write sheen. Just write the sheen that looks like a W. Yep. So you can do it more square-like. So you see, it's if it's a dot on the right, then it's a sheen, and we're only writing sheen today. So you see, just make almost like a cup. Okay. Okay, you do the cup first, and then you have the slant. Do the cup first.
Are you looking for that other page that shows you how to write it? It's,
Well, okay. 1, 2, and 3, and 4.
there it is.
Okay. If you have this sheet, this could help you, but you don't need it. It shows you how to write it in the book. Okay? It shows you how to write it in the book. Just, you make a little cup, and then you do a slant.
Add a dot to it.
Yes, and the dots on which side? Right or left? Right, correct. Okay. Now, is anyone brave enough that wants to learn script?
You really think it's smart?
Well, no. Well,
And when you're writing your letters, always do right to left, okay? There might be a tendency.
You gotta start from here.
There might be a tendency to want to do stuff from left to right, but really think about doing it.
So, you know what? When I was a kid and I learned about cursive or script Hebrew, it confused me. How do you get from this to an E? All right, I'll show you. I'll show you. If you start on the right, and let's say you're making this, but you're just like, and then like that, I'm going to be lazy, and I'm just going to do this.
I see.
Okay? But maybe it shifts a little bit. Like you can see this like Roman letters shift. And so it's like, okay, I'm not going to go all the way up there, and then you just make like E. So you don't make it where you start in the middle, you start on the side. Okay? So you just got
Right
to
to left.
You change it.
right to left. Go right to left. Okay? So that's where you get that from. So if you want to do the block sheen like this, fine. If you want to round it and then do the slant, that's fine. Because you know how that works in cursive.
So,
Here.
so this would be,
And then here. Okay, gotcha.
okay?
Cursive, you have different styles, you know, I sign my name
So you
one
guys,
way.
you saw it in block letters?
Yeah.
That's cursive.
That's better
Can
than
you,
mine.
could you write it in block?
Yeah, I did it.
Do it in the block below it.
So that would be,
With Haiku, please.
yeah. Okay, so that's curvy, that's more just blocky.
Yeah.
Okay, same thing.
You have that in print English as well.
Okay, so, okay, just blocks versus.
Okay. I'm going to point something out real quick. Okay, you want to turn this? Okay. All right.
Wow.
Okay, let me go over the homework, so to speak, and then I'll go over a bonus thing before it's not even part of the lesson. So, your homework. Okay, so you can see at the bottom, it has Shabbat down there.
What page are you on?
This is page 6, sorry. At the bottom of page 6, so we have the bet as well. Practice doing bet. It shows you how to do the bet. Let's do that. Okay, the next letter below it, you know, it's the bet. You make almost like a backwards R, and then you put the line underneath it. And it's really important when you're making the bet. Okay, like hangman kind of. You got to make the floor go all the way through. Okay, for bet. And for bet, it gets a dot. Okay, it's called a dagesh.
Almost like
dot.
hangman.
Yeah. Okay. Now we haven't learned this yet, but you see in your page sheets, if there's no dots, it makes a V sound. A vet, which is softer. So the dagesh, I think of it as like a belly button, and he's like boop. So it's like boop, belly button. So it's just like it's a harder sound, and vet is softer. You'll see that there's one. Don't get confused. Don't get confused. You have bet, and you have kaf and chaf. I'm going to turn it to this side. Okay, we got bet here. Hold it. Okay, bet and vet are up here. Sometimes
Let's call me Vanna.
some people.
Confused cough and cough.
So some people say that bet and vet are like the same letter. There's really not two letters. It's just one, and one's a harder sound and one's a softer sound. Either way, we're going to say bet and vet. Now, kaf and chaf. Kaf makes like the C sound, so it looks like a backwards C, but the kaf is more of that's the harder sound. And then without the dots, it's a chaf, so it makes that like gargly sound.
Which is similar to a chet.
Right.
So there's things that some things cross over and sound the same, It's again one of those things, once you learn, you know when it's a this or when it's a that.
Now, you'll also see if you're on the grid sheet. I don't have it here, but I made some of those like darker. You see the darker squares? It's not here, but so it's this grid sheet. Can everyone pull this out real quick? You see there's darker letters, and they kind of go long. Okay, they go long. They're called final letters. Okay, final letters, so they're at the end of a word. Okay, so that's how you know you're at the end of a word. A lot of times because it goes down. Okay, so this is a really good chart up here. I really like this because you can see them. Maybe, not that one. Can you hold this up? Can you hold this up over here? Okay, so Lior has this one, and then, so Fred, I need them to see it, so over there a little bit farther. Okay, so this shows you the letters and then how you write it in print. And you can see how these are together. And I did that with the squares on the sheets. You can kind of see that they're grouped together. And one's the regular letter, and then the other's the final. And it's longer. So this is noon, kaf, chaf. It's always a final chaf. It's never a final kaf. Okay? And a lot of times it makes the ch sound or the cha sound. Most of the time. Okay, you have pei, fei, which makes an F sound, so it's the softer sound. And then this is the final fei, so it makes the f at the end. You're never going to have it like a final pei. Do you have a final fei? Do you have a final fei? Yeah, final fei. I don't think so. Okay, here's the other thing. Does anybody know, like, there's a lot of times in English where you have a PH sound that makes a f? Comes from here. You have your f and your PH sound because the pei makes the p sound and the fei makes the h, f sound. So that's where like we get our PH from. Okay? This is sadi. So TZ, that's the sound. Sadi. Sadiq is righteous. So sadiq. Righteous, and it has a final tzadi. This is a really long one. It looks like a Y, but it's not, because we know that's the yud. That's the smallest letter, kind of like Yeshua's humility. Anyway.
What's the word with the final tzadi?
With the final tzadi? Kibbutz. 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 You should have it. Is it in the I don't. Okay. Hamutz. Okay, so I don't have it in Hebrew here, but it might be on the Aleph Bet chart. This one. This has it. Okay. Handy Hebrew Aleph Bet. This one. Okay. It's one of, we talked about this earlier, it's one of the vowels. Kibbutz. It's all the way on the side. Now, it says two O's, like in pool. Kibbutz. You can see it there. I know it's really small. Okay, but you can see that it goes below, it would go below the line. The line would be here. Okay, kibbutz. Now, I'll get into some transliteration here. For the most part, when there's an U sound, I use a U. I don't use double O's. I think it makes Hebrew transliteration way too long, and it's confusing whether it's or U. And so whenever you see like a U in transliteration, kibbutz, which the transliteration is on here. You'll see kibbutz down here with the vowels. It's a U. I don't think we have it anymore. Anyway, but you see I put kibbutz. Oh, kibbutz. I think it's supposed to be an I. But anyway. So typically, 90% of the time, if it's a U, it's an U sound, not like a short sound. There's also no A as an apple, because Hebrew is a guttural language, so it's more in the back of your throat. So you won't see like Adam. It's exactly. So it's not Adam. Adam's apple is Adam. And then an apple is tapuach. Everybody say tapuach. That's apple. Okay, so Adam Tapuach. Would that be like Tapuach Adam? Like, what would you say that? Tapuach Adam.
Tapuach adama.
Ah, so
Potato.
potato. Okay,
From the ground.
so Adam came from the ground. Okay, so we have
That's the root of his
Adam,
name.
right? Adom, right? Adom is red. Adom is red, and so the earth looks like red. You can think about clay, and so it's like a dome. We have this Adom red clay that God's making, and so who does He make out of clay? Adam. Okay, so then the land is called Adamah. So all the land is called Adamah. And so then you have tapuach, an apple of the Adamah, the land. What's an apple that's in the land?
Potato.
It's a potato. So it's kind of primitive like that.
And then there's tapuach adama adom.
So Adam's potato?
No. A potato that's red.
Oh, a potato that's red. Oh, man.
A red potato, right?
A red potato.
Versus a yellow.
So,
Sally sells.
Ma'adim is the blush.
the what?
Ma'adim is the blush.
Ma'adim. Ma'adim, so you have Adom in there, the red, but he puts the ma, what does the ma say? From? Like from? From red? Right. You can put a lot of times you put a mem on something, it makes it a noun. It also says, like, if I'm Ariel Baltimore, I'm from Baltimore, so maybe, so it's like, it's from red. So the person's face is from red.
How about Esau in the Bible?
Esau.
What was he described as?
Ready.
Admoni.
Admoni.
Same root.
And but he's from the but he was too. Yes, he was too. He was also called red when he came out.
Well, David was Admoni because he was
Right, he was ginger.
he was red.
But you also have the land of Edom, Edom, Adamah, and you have the red stuff that he was eating, and he looked very hairy like red, and so you start to like unlock these things. It's like, oh, sure.
Making
Yeah, they're
connections.
related. So then when you read, it's like, oh, this is for the land of Edom, later on, or Edom. It's like, oh, that's Esau. Why is it Esau? Because it's red, because he had the red stuff, because he had the red hair. And again, the Bible starts to unlock. It's really a lot of fun.
You're making connections.
Right, right, exactly.
Deeper understanding of what's really going on.
At some point, we'll get into the fact that Yivarech, Yivarech Adonai. Okay, Yivarech. Does that sound like Baruch? Baruch, bless. It's the same root though, but Yivarech, because it's a V sound versus Baruch, a lot of times you'll have a B sound on the front, like Bereshit, so Genesis. It's like the first word, so is it a bet or a vet? Well, it's a bet. Okay, bet, Bereshit. So anyway, so that's just some little tidbits there. And please review, go through the lines, say it, sha, 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 and ba, 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 and get to Shabbat. And also check out the YouTube links and watch the videos. Also with the videos, there's extra stuff about learning the Aleph Bet, and so just go through them and just watch them at your leisure. All right?
Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
If anybody's stuck or having problems, just ask, okay?
Yes, you have our emails. You can contact us and maybe set up a Zoom call or a phone call, and we'll say, Rega, wait a minute. Just calm down.
Does anybody have a question now?
Yeah, we can break, but you can ask us questions afterwards as we clean up.
Your instruction, you started with the sound.
Thank you.
You gave that instruction first, starting with the